on 19 Keys, and this is High Level Conversation. Library.
I don't want you to have hope. I want you to know the future. I don't want you to just have hope that a better future is around the corner. I want you to know because you know yourself, right? You know your skill sets. You know your talent. You have your own vision. You have your own tribe, and you understand your power. No politician in the world is going to save you. What we do is look at strategy. Which politician that we can use that will help us save ourselves? Who's not going to get in our way, right? And who's going to create the most opportunity? And what is going to be that doorway for communication? The Democratic community right now is doing a outreach program to where they're reaching out to all of the voices in the community. But if they're not reaching out to the radical ones, if they're not reaching out to the independent ones, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Right? It's the same old play, just a different tactic. There's two sides to Black America. Whether you white, brown, yellow, I've seen so many people of different various races with platforms that speak truth that I learned from, right? Those are the ones I want to see candidates talk to. Those are the ones I want to see sitting in them seats because I know they're going to ask them the right questions. But right now we have a culture that is demoralized and degraded, and they know that we just want a little bit of money because we ain't never had none. Right. And so they give us some position, give us a little bit of status, and that's enough for most people to sell out. And so we have to end the sellout culture. Right. And we have to start buying into a real culture, something that we're willing to invest in, that we want to see for futures to come. Right. Media is one of the most important tools because it controls reality. Right. What you think. Right? Where you think from, how it informs you. It's a reason that they run all these psychological and military operations, understanding media and why they want to control it so much and why this is the most dangerous age. And they want to keep you censored because if you are able to just say what you think, then somebody else is going to hear that and start thinking as well. So they want to control what you think because it makes it easier to command a society. So do not let them think that the revolution doesn't happen with this media. It absolutely starts here. When I was young, in order for me to know about a political candidate, if they wasn't on TV and the print, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how they think. I wouldn't see them like now our children gets to see them set down to somebody that looks like us and probe and ask them real questions. That's a different approach. And I think that's something that we need to demand, right, from every single candidate, not just presidential, but governors, Congress, mayors, right, aldermen, right, any public official, sit down and let somebody probe you and not just give you questions, right, and you have pre-prepared answers. That's not real. That's fake. That's scripted. Who the hell wants that reality? We got to get away from that 1,000%, right? So if I'm sitting next to you, don't give me a time limit and definitely don't give me a card of questions because I'm going to ask my own. And yes, you should be challenged. Yes, you should feel like, oh, I wasn't prepared for that because now I get to see how you are under pressure. Now I get to see who you really are. And that's what matters the most. So I think that American politics are in for a change. And the people have to decide what kind of future they want. They want a scripted one or they want a real one because I'm into reality.
You gonna run for president?
I'm going to run my campaign. And my campaign is, right, the first person that you need to elect is yourself. And the question that I have on my campaign is, what does your 100% look like? What does it look like if you build your own communities? What does it look like if you build your own mind? What if it looks like if you leverage and wield technology for your vision of the future? What does it look like if we divest ourselves from these companies that are over chemicalized, right? What if it look like we actually take this information and we do something with it? Instead of waiting for the elected officials to do something, because let's say RFK doesn't get elected. Biden ain't gonna do it. Trump ain't gonna do it. So we just keep the same order, right? The people have to force change. It's the only way it will happen. That's the revolution has to happen based on the will of the people. So, my campaign, right, is getting people to live at their 100% and not being satisfied with the mundane. For me, good influence is good leadership. Right? Create your own media, right? Sit down with your family, come out with a plan. That's a Kennedy. He has a family. Their family has influence, political power, right? They have a bloodline, right? To where they establish that they believe that they should be the rulers. Don't you think that that should be within your family as well? But how do you deserve that? Is that you have to put royalty into your bloodline. And that's the election that you have to have. Who are you voting for in your household? Right? Like, we should have household elections first. That's the family. You feel me? Most of y'all don't believe your father should run the household, right? There's somebody that is successful in your household. They should be elected and everybody should get behind them for the future of the family to help build the institution, right? However long did you believe? If you believe Congress should stay in there for lifelong, right? I believe that there's an election, something about Congress as well. I ain't gonna get into all of that, but I believe this idea of like, yo, let's elect our leaders, right? I ain't talking about the government. I'm talking about in the culture, right? Most people are already electing their leaders by who you pay attention to and who you give your money to, right? Because that is who you are allowing to influence you, inspire you, educate you, motivate you, right? And that has a direct determination on the choices you make, right? And the person that you become and the habits that you have. So I'm already president, just not of the White House. This one got the isolate CBD, the black seed oil, the MCT oil, and the lion's mane powder. I think it's too much in here. I think we need to we gotta calm this product down. We gotta calm this product down. It's too much. It's too much. Bro, I took this and I was going all day. Ain't nobody got that much work to get done in a day where they need to be taking Supermind. Like, what if you a house mom and all of a sudden you get everything done in one day and you ain't got nothing to do the rest of the week? I took this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the rest of my life. I feel like I done got everything done. I was up. Right. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I changed the world 1,000 times on this. I done figured out every single plan. The next thing I need to have is patience because I done planned everything. I done did everything I can do in a day. I'm serious. Like, I think we put too much in here. We need to cut down the ingredient list and we need to make this regular mind because this is like Viagra for the brain.
I'm 19 Keys, and this is High Level Conversation. The library.